Remember, stay in flight, be gay, do crimes. It's the motto. What you see there is a Punisher skull in the American flag theme, which is kind of a symbol of, I guess, right-wing militancy.
All right, listen up, you dang liberals. If you do not like the video right now, you are gay and do crimes. Greetings and salutations, Reddit. It is I, Austin, of the Yoki Stirrup channel, and today we're going to be talking about a group that I could only describe as the Redditor Militia. And a video that a journalism YouTube channel, I think, Brute, did on a group called Arm Your Friends, and this particularly entertaining character that is like their spokesperson, I guess.
One reason why most of our team, we go by call signs on the internet and we made up our goofy nicknames is because most of us have careers that aren't related to firearms or self-defense or anything political at all. We have to make sure that we're at least a little bit insulated and that our identities are protected just to, keep our love.
Your Honor, my client Flight Risk did not mean anything by the patch that says be gay and do crimes. And no, why would you think he's a flight risk? I don't understand what it is about people who give themselves code names. The one time I've ever had to go by a code name in the military for over a year, I hated it. It was the gayest thing ever. It was like a humiliation ritual that you had to live every day. And before I continue on, I'm not anti-gun, okay, for anybody. I think that's a slippery slope no matter for who. But I'm not going to pretend that they support my Second Amendment right as a white conservative guy. So I'm aware of that. I'm not stupid. And let's be real here, he even says that he's not even pro 2A all the way.
Flight risk is open to some gun regulations.
So now that I've addressed that, if they were just going around training and shooting, I don't care. That's good for them. All right, they're probably training more than a lot of people I see and interact with in the gun space. But I mean, they're following this one guy with a Punisher skull on his truck, and he's explaining why it's this extremist symbol.
What you see there is a Punisher skull in the American flag theme, which is kind of a symbol of, I guess, right-wing militancy. Of course, any symbol means a lot of things to a lot of people, but it's kind of been co-opted as a right-wing symbol.
The Punisher skull is about as extreme as your average gun boomer FUD guy. It's not the Totenkopf, which he talks about later in the video. He goes on these ramblings about the NRA, which I don't understand. The NRA is not some all-powerful group. Pro-gun guys don't even like the NRA. It's just a bunch of FUDs circle jerking about hunting rifles. That's my interpretation of the NRA.
We like to talk about ourselves as being the future of the gun culture. I thought Arm Your Friends would be a good way to really serve as a bridge for everyone who is turned off by the ultra right-leaning, super Republican, NRA-dominated conversation about firearms.
And then the video takes this kind of weird turn where he's sitting there describing his little vigilante CIA operation, and him trying to dox people that he thinks are Nazis or whatever. And I don't know if that's like true. He could be in a Facebook like tag reenactment group calling German reenactors Nazis. Like, I don't know. But it's just kind of strange. This is about like a little gun group, and this guy's talking about like trying to dox people.
Project Cerberus was started to document and store information and publicly accessible data about far right-wing and right-wing hate groups so that we can let members of our community and aligned groups know who's out there, know the language that they're using, and know what they're doing. This is a picture that was publicly posted on their Instagram account. This patch is what's called a Totenkopf, which is the actual symbol of the 3rd Panzer Division of the SS. So these are Nazi Special Forces soldiers from World War II. That's the symbol they used, being worn on and publicly displayed on people who claim to be active duty law enforcement, active duty special operations.
What law enforcement agency or military special forces group is wearing a Totenkopf on their equipment? Are we certain that that picture is not from Ukraine somewhere? I mean, look, the guy acting like he's a Mossad agent hunting down the remnants of the Gestapo in Argentina, while it's kind of funny, it is a little weird. What are you gonna do when you find out who they are? You're gonna dox them? What do you mean by aligned groups knowing what to do about like a person you would find online? I mean, your criteria for meeting right-wing extremism is a Punisher skull. So where do you draw the line in who you document? Because a Totenkopf and a Punisher skull are not even remotely related. So, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like, you have to wonder what he considers to be right-wing extremism.
Flight said the owner told him that yesterday they got 2 calls telling them not to let Arm Your Friends train here because they were too radical and that they were extremists.
They told me about it today, saying, hey, y'all better go watch your backs. There's some people trying to cancel your events. Like, knowing that we live in people's heads, like, rent-free.
Why do you think they think you're radical?
I feel like...
Because you look like this.
Yeah.
And I look like this. We're gonna...
I feel like people are afraid of...
We're rent-free. We live in their head rent-free. Bro, it's not because of what you look like. It's not because of your race. It's probably because you've talked about documenting people online and you think like Punisher, Boomer, Trump skulls are right-wing extremism. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. I feel like there's missing information here. I think this video really just boils down to a group of guys who are like, Second Amendment when my side armed and when people I don't like not armed, and not good for self-defense. That's gonna do it for me today, YouTube. This is Austin of the Warfare Vintage channel, and I will see you in the next one. Later!